Hello, Chris Purdy here. Welcome to the 12th episode of my show, Creative Juices. I've been making shows for the past year and a half, all preparing for this one. I'm taking a deeper dive in my presentation with my developing skills in video and a lifetime experience of photography. I'm trying to explore the definition of landscapes, so I'm bringing you along on a camping trip to the Eastern Sierras outside of Bishop. My earliest memories of landscapes come from the Eastern Sierras, driving up Highway 395 with my parents and fishing at the high elevation lakes. We camped at a campground named Fort Jeffrey, which is one of the many campgrounds along the south and north forks of the Bishop Creek. It is named after the famous pine that can survive at over 7,000 feet and has the vanilla in its bark. I relived a lot of these memories as I introduced my boys to the full moon at 8,000 feet elevation and rushing icy creeks with wildflowers. They saw the quaking aspen and the granite lakes. My boys also learned how to fish from my wife, who takes it pretty seriously. Fishing is a valuable skill for the soul and a powerful weapon against the Nintendo Switch or Disney Plus. I believe my early days fishing with my family led me to be a landscape artist. I see fishing as an art form, just like photography. There's a technical side and an intuitive side, but you have to get out there and catch your own. I just happen to prefer fishing with the camera, I guess. Of course, we caught that one 8-inch fish that was fresh from the hatchery in an artificially stocked lake behind a dam. But we also had to laugh at ourselves after driving hundreds of miles, fishing numerous spots over 2 days. We caught one fish, threw it back, and drove hundreds of miles home. We still felt like we achieved a lot. Some of the experience of revisiting my oldest primal landscape memories. The experience that I had of this 40 years ago was very different than what it is now. Driving over the Sonora Pass and Highway 395 was looking for signs of drought and stress on the landscape. Fires and wind had impacted the entire range in the last few years, and scars were everywhere. The forest was not recovering quickly. While as a child I saw the Eastern Sierra peaks and lakes as invincible, I felt that the landscape was more fragile and vulnerable at this time. I photographed plastic empty oil bottles that were roped to the bottom of the lake for boats, but the lake's edge had retreated well below them. The local fishery had been a victim to a disease the previous year which killed off millions of fish. Planting numerous full-size trout is just not an option for this area, even though the fishing tourism sustains much of the local economy. But for me, seeing the ancient groves of Aspen was my renaissance. This is a tree that can withstand the frigid winter and dry summers because it shares resources of the entire grove. The bark is white and defiant, but a fingernail scratch on the bark of an aspen will grow and become an ornate decoration in a few years. Walking through short ancient groves of aspen, you feel stories happening all around you, with the scratches of humans, animals, and climactic events leaving their story. The sound of wind through the trees is always supported or meshed with the sound of water flowing over rocks. This experience of moving clouds, shadows, and shimmering leaves while listening to the sound of a creek is an amazing experience. Thanks for watching and listening to my show and letting me share my memories with you. I will also be making an edit of the soundscape videos that I'll post without my voice so that you can just hear the beauty for yourself. Have a great summer, everyone, and go catch your own beauty.